Good evening. I am kind of a piece of trash. Didn't mean to be so late. My apologies on that. The timer stopped working, so as you can see in the top right, you may be able to tell it is a new timer. Yeah, for some reason, the old one I was using just completely lost compatibility, and it would show up, but the time wouldn't actually follow, no matter what I did, so that is what it is. We got it figured out. Unfortunately, we're pretty late today, but that's okay. We got time. We will survive. Hey Totodile. Yeah, you might as well report me. I think that's a fair response, honestly. Pretty rough. Pretty rough. I shouldn't have done it. Should have been responsible. But hey, at least you won't unsubscribe. I appreciate that. I appreciate that for sure. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna get right into it because I wasted a bunch of time. I adjusted the playlist volume, so it's actually. I'm sorry, I just blanked because I was reading chat. Because it's actually. Jesus Christ. I turned the game volume down a little bit so that the playlist volume is a little more prominent and they don't clash so much. So let me know what you think of that. But yeah, I had issues with that, and then my AV to HDMI converters were just, some weren't showing screens and then some were dimming out. It was really weird, but it's figured out now. Not to worry. You're in for a story of what's been going on. Well, I'm gonna need to know what's going on, KT. Fill me in. And I will test the timer up, or the counter up rather. Counter down. Oh yeah, we're good. Let's get right into this. Surely I can't do that without my trusty elastic band though. Jeez. How could I forget? Yeah, what's going on, KT? What done happened? Oh, we went straight up there. You're gonna do a shiny only run in Violet. That's cool. Nice. Who's your starter gonna be? Have you... Oh, I'm playing off the wrong screen. I'm funny. Playing off this tiny ass screen. There we go. That's better. My team is Bella the Houndour, Harry the sorry. Harry the Vivillon, Liger the Rockruff, and Lamporo the Luxio. I like that. I like that. Now are these are just perspective names, I take it? Like you haven't hunted these already? Or have you? Have you been swift with it? Right now I'm taking a break and playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. That's a fun one. That's a fun one. I haven't played that in forever. Very long time. There we go. That's nice. Luxio and Rockruff are my targets. But you're gonna do that in like the next couple of days or something? Yeah, Let's Go Pikachu. I would enjoy playing that again. But I really... I don't know. I find the mechanics really... just weird. I don't know. It's like... not what I'm used to. Which kind of turned me off of it a little bit, but... I should be open to new things, I suppose. The rest I got random for 1 out of 4,096. Nice. Oh, you just got it last weekend? So you've never played it before. Did you ever have like a friend lend it to you or anything? Plus I found the Pokeball Plus to play with and get a Mew. So do you like inherently get a Mew with a Pokeball Plus? Is that like just one of the bonuses? I need a drink. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's very unfortunate. That's something that... Yeah, that's really not good. I'm sorry about that. But you got one back, so that's good. And I take it your cat's eye is probably better now. My mom didn't have the money, so we sold some of my games to help. Well, hey, at least, you know, like that takes a lot as a child to do that and understand the meaning behind it and how much it matters. So that's big of you. Yeah, I commend you for that. And hey, his eye is better. Perfect. That is what we like to hear. Oh, you suggested it. That's even more impressive, honestly. Very kind of you. Seriously, that is super commendable. I don't know many people, especially at that age, that would be okay with that, nevertheless, bring it up. It's very mature. I definitely, like myself as a child, there's no way I would have suggested that. I was really selfish, honestly. And I'm not proud of that. Like, it's not good to be selfish. But admittedly, as a child, I very much was. And I mean, I still am in extents to this day. But I would be willing to lend a hand a lot more than I was as a child. Substantially more. You just want to do shiny only runs everywhere now. Are you gonna go for the shiny dexes in them too, or just just the team? I care a lot for my animals, I would lose a finger for them. Well, don't do that intentionally. Avoid it if you can, but that's admirable. I'm sure they appreciate the love very much. It just said there's a Mew in your Pokeball Plus. Seriously? That's cool. I wonder if you could shiny hunt the Pokeball Plus. I doubt it, because it's probably a one-time distribution. You can't? Damn. How do they block you from it? Is it a one-time, or is there like a shiny lock on it? How's the audio, by the way? Is it blended a little better now? Between the game volume and the playlist volume? Like I said at the start of the stream, I turned the game volume down a little bit, so the playlist was a little bit higher. I felt it clashed less. So yeah, if I'd like to know, I appreciate the feedback. I'm glad you think it sounds good. Do you think it sounds like it clashes at all, if not like more or less than before? Because I found like you'd just hear too much at once, and it just, you couldn't really even think while you were listening to it. At least that was my perspective. You're thinking one or the other, hey? Okay, okay. I wanna take a quick listen to it. Give me one moment here. I just gotta keep rambling for a sec so I can hear it. Well, I don't really know what I want to do with that. I'm gonna have to take some time to play with it off stream. I don't want to waste any more time, given that I got on so late today. But yeah, I'll mess with it a little further and see what I end up preferring. But back to what you were saying about the Mew. So it's a shiny lock. Why do they do that? What benefit does Nintendo seek? What do they reap from that? Like, I don't understand what benefit they could possibly have. Quite literally, like, it's not like they're even doing distributions that they're like drawing people to after the fact or something. Like, they just shiny lock and leave it at that. Like, I could understand if there was a financial incentive, but there isn't. There's no financial incentive. They don't leverage that. So what the hell? What should I hunt? So I take it you're talking... What the fuck happened there? Jesus. I take it you're talking on Let's Go Pikachu? I think I'm gonna hunt grass type for the first gym. That's an easy one. So what kind of... What grass type are you thinking? I lost which one was... Okay, there we go. Nice. And maybe a random one. I mean, you could always go for a Bellsprout. Right? Or no, Bellsprout is Johto? Is it? I forget. No. I don't know why my memories just all blend. I don't remember what's what. Yeah, Bellsprout. Okay, I was right. I second guessed myself. I confused Gen 1 and Gen 2 so much because I played a lot of Gen 2 growing up, but I played a lot on like both the Kanto and the Johto side. Even though Kanto didn't really have anything to do back then. But I'd say if you're going for looks, I'm pretty sure Bellsprout has a nicer shiny sprite. But Oddish probably has more utility. But I'm sure people could argue that. Yeah, KT, I feel you. I feel you. Full odds hunts can be a pain. Even if you've got 16 consoles. Which doesn't really seem to make sense, but here we are. Still taking like 10 hours a hunt. I totally thought when I made this that it would be, you know, maybe like 3 to 5 hours every time without fail. Except for, obviously, the... oh, we finally got our first Tuchu. Except for, you know, the odd one. But boy, was I sorely mistaken. The choo-choo indeed. I guess, yeah, we could just start talking about them in the reference of train noises. The choo, the choo-choo, the choo-choo-choo. The choo-choo-choo-choo and the choo-choo-choo-choo-choo. If we see anything bigger than that, then I will probably squeal. Don't think I'll have time to say the 6 chews before I squeal. Because, yeah, we haven't gotten a 6, I don't think, right? Would I be correct in saying that? So that's a chew, for example. The town reset method. Could you enlighten me? What's that? Sorry. Oh yeah, I just wasn't looking there for a second. Yeah, what makes it faster? Hey, Charizard, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. How does your Tuesday go so far? And yeah, my apologies for being late. Internet stuff can be a pain in the ass sometimes. Even if you think you're smart. $14K, nice. So you go in a route to make all the Pokemon spawn, and then go back in the town despawn. Oh, yeah. I believe I have familiarized myself with such methods at a point in the past. There are multiple games you can do that with, right? Like, can't you theoretically do that with even Scarlet and Violet? Just by leaving the route and coming back? No worries, my Tuesday was good. I took a mental health day today. Hey, that's really nice. That's nice. Did you get what you were seeking from your mental health day? Do you feel rejuvenated? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. That makes sense. I haven't played many where stuff spawns on, like, surface level, but I do understand why that would make sense. Don't you lose multiples for that on Let's Go, or does that not apply? Yeah, absolutely. Heck yeah, that's what I like to hear. I'm glad that it's turned out to be a good day. That matters a lot more than people like to make it out to matter. And I am the pot calling the kettle black in this case. I do not ever really take mental health days, so maybe I should, but just follow my advice. Do as I say, not as I do. What do you mean by lose multiples? I blame my allergies. What might you be allergic to? Also, Jack of Spades, welcome to the stream. Happy to see you. Sorry I didn't welcome you in. How disrespectful of me. Oh, can you can do chains and Let's Go? I didn't realize that. Well, you are now, KT. You've been forced into it. Hey, Gibble. Good evening, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. How are you doing today? From what I remember on Let's Go, if you're hunting one Pokemon, you can do a chain, so if you keep catching it, the shiny odds are way higher. Yeah, in that case, I mean, chain hunting kind of makes more sense, I would think. I guess that's dependent on the difficulty, though. But I'm pretty sure when you leave the area, it resets. Yeah, I would definitely imagine it would. I think you're correct. You too, I'm well. You? Well, I'm glad to hear you're well. And I'm doing alright. Today was busy, but overall it was good. I have no complaints. Were there any specific highlights to your day? Any notable things that you got to experience? I'm kind of like Brilliant Hunting in Sword Shield, where the next spawn of the same Pokemon is forced to appear on a progressively raised shiny odds. How does that work? I'm unfamiliar. Big fan of taking mental health days / personal days, Charizard. I hope you got what you needed. Likewise, likewise. See, the issue for me, and I know it's, I don't know, maybe antiquated. 174,000 flat, by the way, but I feel like I just lose out on so much potential money when I take the day off. And I know that's silly, but I'm very disciplined in that respect. I try to be very strict with myself financially. But I guess I've gotta not let that matter so much in my head and prioritize myself first sometimes. Just tried to relax on my day off, got some cleaning done, happy to be chilling on another one of your streams. Well, thank you very much, I appreciate that. That's really kind of you. But, that's nice that you got some cleaning done. What'd you end up cleaning? Just like a general house clean or a deep clean of one room? That's a choo-choo, by the way. Hey, nice. You got your Mew. What's your ID number? You got a cool one to stamp on the Mew? Has it got good EVs? Or IVs, sorry? It wouldn't have EVs. I'm stupid. Another choo-choo. Nice. No, you shouldn't take a day off ever or we'll never get money for the 17th GameCube. Oh my goodness, Gibble. Or not Gibble, sorry. Oh my goodness, Charizard. You say this. And I bid you... I looked creepy as shit doing that. But, I bid you the 17th cube. That's my personal one. Okay, where was I here? And most normal human jobs, those days are paid. Yeah, that would be nice. I could make them paid by taking out my vacation pay, but I don't think that's something I should have to do. Personally. I don't know what the ID number has to do with anything, but it's 23933. It's just the ID associated with when you start your game. It's the ID from your trainer. And sometimes you just get a cool ID number. Holy shit, 17th GameCube. I had an 18th until the other day. I bought my grandmother one. She was telling me how she wanted one to play Wind Waker. So, that she got. But yeah, now it's not in my possession, so... 17 is where we sit at. I don't have any plans to expand past that. Oh, come on. Yes! Encountered on the last tile. Perfect. Perfect! You know, I do want to ask in seriousness, though, do you guys think that at any time in the future it would make more sense to add more cubes? In your personal opinion? Grandma should be playing Twilight instead. I might lend it to her, just so she can, honestly. Because Twilight is kick-ass. I told her the other day that there was, I think, what, 5 is what I told her? I'm pretty sure that's correct. 5 Zeldas for GameCube? And she was like, what? Really? So maybe I should get her on those. I know she'll be careful with them. But you know what she told me? She said, in my... I'm not going to say how old she is. But in my years, I have never once completed a game start to finish. So we got to get her to do that with Wind Waker first, and from there we can progress. would be pretty hard to see, but very exciting. And you know, that was one of my biggest concerns, is I feel like you wouldn't be able to see shit. Like with my ultra wide setup, I can make it so even really small I have a view of everything, but I don't want to have to be looking that hard, and that's also a lot of money to commit. Like I would have to split everything down by at least 20% depending on how many I added. You can go to 20 when we hit the Safari Zone. You think so? You think 20? You can technically play every Zelda game from Zelda 1 to Twilight Princess on the GameCube. Yeah, because there's the Collector's Edition, right? I don't know why I'm saying this like I don't fucking have it. I could just go behind me and check, but I've got resets or encounters to make up for here. Let me know if you want to borrow the Zelda collection. I have that for GameCube. Oh, and then I read that after, of course. I do really appreciate the offer, but I do have... I think I have everything. Let me go... I'll go read real quick and I'll spew out the titles I have. Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess... Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Collector's Edition, Four Swords Adventures. I don't know if you could hear all that, but I did yell out the titles. I think it depends for viewing. I think 16 is good. If you want to get ridiculous, you could go more, but it will harm the viewing experience. I agree with that. And that's where I have a hard time... I have a hard time knowing if it really would make sense to do that or not. Like, there's benefits, but there's cons. What outweigh? Like, from your guys' perspective, from a viewer experience, what would you prefer? I do got them all? Okay. Cool. Cool. I thought I did, but you never know. You could be oblivious to something that exists you just weren't aware of, so I don't like to speak in absolutes all the time. At some point soon we'll definitely, because I think the theme of, a big theme of this channel anyway, is going to be challenges in general. And that'll expand beyond Pokemon, so I'm gonna do some challenge videos, or I would like to do some challenge videos eventually with the Legend of Zelda games and some other ones as well. Like, I've got some of the cooler, more obscure titles, like Cubivore, Chibi-Robo, stuff like that. They're really quirky games. I'd love to do playthroughs on them, and those ones don't necessarily have to be challenges, though, because they're kind of neat on their own. And they're so obscure that I don't think people would be familiar with it enough anyway to, like, understand the purpose of the challenge or why it's different from regular gameplay. 1, 2, Ocarina of Time. Why don't I know what MM stands for? I feel stupid. Collector's Edition. Okay. That's a fat list. Well, all the ones she can play, there's also a Master Quest version, but... True. Zelda 2 is so good. My boyfriend and I just beat it for the first time the other day. Oh, that's awesome. Congrats. And welcome to the stream, Chris. Happy to see you. How you doing today? Ah, damn, hey. Well, it's all good, you gotta go to bed. Take her easy, get a good rest. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate that quite a bit. I got the original NES copies. Yes, sir, you do. Man's is stacked up. Dude, Chibi-Robo is like one of my favorite games ever. I fucking love it. Beaten it so many times. Hey, take her easy, Chris. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Stay safe. I will say with absolute certainty that Chibi Robo is a fucking impeccable game. They put so much effort into it, and the story is so elaborate and well-rounded in the weirdest ways. I don't know. That it is such a good game. At first I was like, oh, I want one of the chase titles for the GameCube, like the more expensive ones, and then I looked. And of the ones I found, Chibi Robo and Cubivore actually looked super fucking fun. So I was like, okay, I have to get them. So I did, and they're both amazing games, which I haven't actually beaten either, but I do have both, and I've played both. I just haven't finished them. I'm a lot further in Chibi Robo than I am Cubivore, though. Soon I'll catch an auto, so I have 10 Pokeballs, and then I'll just run around. Nice, nice. You have 99. Introduced me to the concept of divorce. No average game just does that. I would totally agree. And, you know, it's not just divorce, it's also, like... It's everything surrounding the divorce and how it affects the entire household. Like, it's very deep. There's a lot of emotion in that game, and it's like it hides through a facade of humor in a way, but in a way it also doesn't even try to hide it. But it's very chaotic. I will concede the husband's kind of a bum, though. It's not his fault. Man's lost his job. Psychonauts is also one of those games that's so much deeper than it appears at first. What platform is that? I guess what... yeah, I'm just not familiar. What can you tell me about it? The world changes so dynamically just based on the family's relationship. Like when the dad starts sleeping upstairs outside the bedroom, that affects the toys so they can come out at night. So smart. Yeah, it's crazy how much attention to detail they put into the game. Like it was very well thought out. It is a very unique game. I think they did a wonderful job with it, and there's not much they could have done better. However, moreover, it's kind of unfortunate that they had sequels and they just didn't land. They just weren't the same kind of game, and they sucked. Coming from a critical a critic standpoint. I haven't played them, so I can't say with my own true perspective, but I watched a video of it a while back, and I remember just kind of analyzing what went on between the original and what they had made later, and it all wasn't really correlative. But God, I really want to play through that game again, and rest assured when I do, it will be on stream. I don't imagine it'll be the most popular stream when I'm streaming Chibi Robo, but it's just a great game. It's got to be done. Got to be. So, Psychonauts was released for Xbox and PS2. Basically, you play as a kid with psychic abilities, and you're at a children's camp, but it's actually a government-run facility. Excuse me. Oh. The government-run facility. I remember getting Chibi Robo Park Patrol on the DS as a kid and was so sad when I came to the realization that it was hardly as good as the original. So, from the perspective of a person who's played it, what were their downfalls? What What didn't they do well? What stands out? Will you also be streaming 16 copies of Chibi Robo? If I wanted to blow my life savings, I could. Or at least a good portion of it. That seems not quite in my best interest, however. You know, I would, actually, I could do a 16 instance emulation. Holy fuck, that thing's flickering and it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off, boy. I'm gonna just go cycle the power on that thing and get it to quit. I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but it's worth a shot. Could you imagine getting like a millisecond input lag at different rates on the consoles? Oh my god. When it came to something like that, that would be such a pain. No thank you. It's fine in retrospect, but like the dynamic world is downplayed and you spend most of the game gardening and dealing with these black garden monsters. Oh, so the focus just isn't quite where it should be in respect to staying similar or relevant to the other games. Fuck. Okay. I just wanted to open my granola bar. That's all I wanted. Finally. Was it that much to ask? Our first 3 chew of the day. Nice. At least I think so. I do not recall seeing another one. Nope, apparently the other DS game in the series is actually a proper sequel closer in line with the original where you help the adult. Or sorry. Where you help an adult Jenny and a kid after her husband passed. Sadly, Japan only. Really? So you have to get a Japanese console, buy the Japanese game, and then somehow try to figure out how to understand it while you actively play it? That sounds terrible. That's so stupid. Well, on the bright side, at least somebody's made it accessible. It's unfortunate that it had to be a fan translation, but I'm still happy that's something that's available to you. You just can't play it on authentic hardware that way. Which is kind of whack. Sorry, I thought the counter was incorrect again. Oops. That would be really nice if they remastered it. But if I recall correctly, does the company... Also, 3Chew, nice. Does the company that actually made the game actually operate still? I don't recall. But I would really like if they did. A steel cable wrapped in the drive on my D6. Oh, that's a pain in the ass. Did you get that out, or did you have to get somebody else to get it out? Or is it still in there? Any decision on if we're restarting the Nuzlocke on Thursday? Well, first of all, welcome to the stream, Buttery. Happy to see you. And I put some thought to it. So usually, you'll see where I'm getting here. So usually, when we stream, we do a gym per stream. Obviously that didn't work out last time, but oh shit, that is it didn't. I think there's a Tentacruel encounter, so I'm thinking we're gonna go on to do the Tentacruel encounter, train up, and then beat the gym. Once we beat the gym, we can teach Surf to our Gyarados, and then I think we should try to continue on, honestly. I think we've still got a solid enough base that it's worth trying. I don't see a reason to just throw it away, personally. Skipping full today. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I wonder if maybe they could, like, contract to another company somehow. Or, like, just license it out, or... I don't know how that works. Heck yeah, you got it out. Nice. How long did it take to get it out? Fair, I think he'll get bodied by the 4th gym, plus Surf is 5th gym, not 4th. I'm pretty sure Surf comes right after... Oh shit, I'm forgetting the name, but the Fire Gym, doesn't it? Isn't it immediately after you beat it? But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's still worth trying the run. I mean, I also don't know what our potential encounters are. Is it immediately after Norman, really? Well, that sucks if that's the case. Shit, there we go. I think, yeah, I think it's worth trying either way. If we lose, I mean, at least we can say we tried and just go at her once more. But yeah, I think we might as well go down with the fight. I do have to, like I said, look into the encounters a little more, though. I don't know what encounters are possible between this gym and the next, but as long as we can get a Tentacruel, then we should be able to sweep the next gym, being that it's fire. Lava Ridge, right? And then hopefully we can just kind of pick up the pace from there. We've got a new Mel. But we need like a solid ground and a ghost type maybe would be nice. I don't know, maybe not. Would you consider doing rare candies to cut down on the grinding? I would, but how would I do that? Where would I get all the rare candies? And that said, if you do rare candies, then you don't get the EVs, right? Which would, in the end, up make the Pokemon a little bit weaker, even at a higher level. I would assume. That, to me, makes sense. You know, when I do this, I kind of feel like a, like an old person at slots that, like, has a pension that they're really not too concerned about. They just get the check and then they go and gamble it away, you know, within the 3 days preceding. I feel like that with my shiny hunts, honestly. I think they both resemble a similar mental stimulation. 15 to get them out and had to use a skid steer. How did you manage to get, like, how was the skid steer to your, how did it help you, I guess is what I'm trying to ask. I'm trying to think of how that could pose an advantage. But I'm also not very familiar with skid steers, if I'm honest. Oh, we got a Tuchu. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Just winch point and had a chain wrapped around the cable. Ah, true. True. I guess if it's wrapped, you could just kind of go in the middle and pull from anywhere. It's bound to come loose at some point. Or break something. One of the two. Either way, you might as well fuck around and find out. I also think you'll have a hard time against Norman, but I think it's doable. I'll definitely have to do some more homework before. Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh, no way! No way! A penta and also a bingo. An upside down L. What the fuck? The Pentachu. The Pentachu. Literally, it might as well be. Like, what the hell? Why? Is that what we worked the raid out to? Love the hype, Charizard. I was curious, so I did some research into who owns Chibi Robo now, and apparently it's co-owned by Nintendo and Bandai. Oh, so they could do something with it. I like that. There could be a reboot. Choo 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 choo. I gotta take a screenshot of that real quick. Jeez, that is crazy. No shiny, but we had a Penta. To see those all come up at once was really fucking weird. Just like, Oof. Whoa, whoa. Oh, just assaulting me at once. Felt like somebody just threw like a desk full of paperwork in my face. That was the equivocacy of shock I felt. Overwhelming. Overwhelmness? I don't know. Holy Caterpie as well. Holy Caterpie. Well, we're at 15k. We are getting very close to odds. Odds times 2, I should say. And frankly, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm just hoping we get something at some point. I just, you know, I thought after going triple odds we'd get a, you know, a pretty lucky one. But I guess that's not how luck works, eh? If you could just determine it in advance, then I guess it wouldn't be lucky. I totally agree, Charizard. This quite literally feels like a cursed forest to me. We are not reaping the benefits. Such as we should be. Oh, Fox Creek. Didn't even realize he wasn't actually in the grass. But yeah, like what's with Route 22 having such good odds and then coming into the forest and just, no, screw you. You get what you get. The forest doesn't give. Meanwhile, bugs are the most common fucking thing on the planet. Like as far as living, visible insects or beings go, I guess, not insects. There's no shit, insects. I say that because I'm sure there's microscopic beings that outnumber us, but I'm not familiar, so I can't really speak on that particularly. Choo choo choo! Nice! Love to see 3 of them at once. 3 dudes all vibing. What do you guys think will be the next Pokemon? Because this time the poll I did was the amount of encounters, but I'm curious to know what you guys think is going to pop up on the screen. Being that we've had so many encounters without anything really coming up. And is it not crazy that we haven't gotten a Weedle yet? I feel like I'm setting up for situational irony, but I just find it crazy that we have not found a Weedle. Statistically, we should have. I'm not like too hyped about the Weedle. But we need the Weedle. I appreciate the Weedle train. I appreciate that. The Weedle train is still a-rollin'. Oh, fuck off, Jack. Don't go planting that stuff in my head. 175k, by the way. Let's go. 25 until we hit our 200,000th. Still nothing, though. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right, though. And Pikachu, but I kill it. Totodile, you got this obsession. And for some reason, I let you be a mod. And this dude's all, yeah, I want you to fail the rarest shiny of the route. Boy. You should pay more attention. You ran away from like 2 shinies this stream. And what kind of audience I have to not even point it out, eh? Jesus Louises. Yeah, I just hope when I do see a shiny Weedle, I'm like, oh yeah, that looks way different. There's no way I missed one. Not like, holy shit. That looks way too close. Now I'm nervous. It's not really an abstention? Just a wish. Huh. Sounds suspect, I don't know. Sounds suspect. We were just being polite. Is that what classifies as polite nowadays, Charizard? Also, choo choo choo. Obsession, I mean. I was gonna say, that's a word I am not familiar. Well, I wasn't gonna say it, I was just thinking it. That's a word I'm not familiar with. Might have heard it before, have no freaking clue what it means. Autocorrect? I'm thinking so. Unless you just accidentally pulled out a big-ass word that you didn't know existed. Seems kind of unlikely, though. Well, we knew you'd feel bad if we pointed out you ran away from a shiny, so really, we're just looking out for your mental well-being. Your opinion is interesting, Charizard. You've got a very interesting opinion. I like that about you. Choo choo. Yeah, I'll let you run with that. I'll let you run with that. I guess at this point we just ignore all shinies though, right? Like, we're already this far. Should we even, like, acknowledge when I do find them and see them? Or do you guys just, like, say, nah, fuck it. It's not shiny, dude. I didn't see the sparkles. Just actively gaslighting me. That would really suck though. Running from a Weedle. A shiny Weedle. Or any shiny for that matter. And it can be exciting to look at normal ass-colored Pokemon too. I mean, really, what's the big hype about some malformed albino bugs and rats? You're right. I suppose this is actually just as good. If not better. Yes, a green Caterpie. How I love green Caterpie. Yellow Kakuna. Wonderful. And purple rat. Yay! I think not. Double chew, though. Every Caterpie encounter is personalized? What does that even mean? Perfect IVs in nature is what gets me going. That's fair. That's fair. The odds of getting a perfect IV random encounter, though, are so ridiculously low. I would say it's probably unlikely that more than, like, a couple people have ever done it. And even at that, have they realized? Who knows? Oh, okay. I'm so bad at staying comfortable. Ooh, blanket. Okay. I got a blanket on my lap. Now we're doing a little better in the warmth department. Cause I got a cold ass house. It's like a 31 to the 7th power times 20. Maybe in a couple years we'll get to odds for that. Maybe. Jeez, what is that number even? Is that even a number we can say? That's ridiculous, nevertheless. That is massive. Oh, 20 billion. Okay, so it's not that huge, but like I'm never doing it, is what you're saying. Not without being hyper lucky anyway. So what's double odds? Like 16 540 something? Or 560 something? 580 something? Well, I guess let's do the math. 8192 times 2. So it's 400 less 16. Okay, so 3 8 6 384. Yeah, 16384. Okay, okay. You'll encounter one, but we'll never know. I wish there was some sort of software that could like passively track that. That could pick up the IVs as you encounter them, and like if it's perfect, just go beep beep beep. And then you're like, oh shit. Catch number 12, dude. The stats are sick. We got a choo-choo up on the screen. That mini train. The mini choo train, if you will. I mean, if it blows my ears out, surely I won't miss it. But I'll only ever get one. Until I turn it haptic after learning my lesson. But then I turn the haptic up too high out of nervousness and I rattle my finger off. Now I can no longer soft reset. Or random encounter. Sorry I was finishing up at work, but yeah, I couldn't imagine getting a perfect IV Pokemon. I would cry. Yeah, could you imagine, like, actually finding out for the first moment, like, holy shit, this random Pokemon I caught has literally perfect IVs? Because we're at the point where the odds of that happening are significantly close to impossible. In my humble opinion. Open onion. Open onion. I like that. In my open onion. Surprised we haven't seen a red Metapod yet either. I thought we'd be seeing so many more little cool colored bugs, but I was mistaken. If I got a perfect IV shiny, I don't even understand how I would comprehend that. I don't know. I don't even know how, like... I feel like I'd just never believe it. I'd keep it a bit like, oh, I must have done the math wrong. No way. Because that's just like, well, it's essentially impossible. That's got to be like close to 1 in a trillion, right? And it is very hard for me to imagine a trillion. That is what RNG is for, yeah. To make what is literally fucking impossible somewhat possible. But that's not my thing. I'll survive without the perfect ones. I just want the shiny ones. Yeah, so literally just about 1 in a trillion. No. Oh, sorry. That's 1 in a billion, basically. I thought we were talking perfect IVs and shiny, so I read the first little bit I saw, and I assumed there was another extension, another 3 digits on that, but... $887,503,681. Oh wow, 7,272,205,162,114. Jesus Christ. I think at that point I'd quit my job. Be like, yeah, no, I can't get any luckier. Is it 20 for natures? For some reason I thought it was 14. Yeah, if we get into natures, it's disgusting. And you know, then technically if we want, we can get into genders too. $20 counting neutral. Okay. I've got you. I don't even know if I have the conscious understanding of that enough to, like, even genuinely comprehend that in the moment if it did happen. I don't think I would understand the gravity of that for a long time. Ooh. Well, looks like we're gonna hit a Michael Dublé on this one. double the odds of what they should fucking be. For a perfect IV shiny of a specific nature and gender, it's... Oh my god, let me take a second to... Okay. Is that 1 in 290 trillion, 817 billion, 210 million? Yeah. Holy... Now let's take that number and let's compare that to if we have that. Oh my god. We can make this worse. Soon, right? Let's assume this Pokemon is a specific Spinda. One specific Spinda. But yeah, give me like a couple weeks. I'll probably get one. I bet like a few of my shinies are actually perfect IVs with a specific nature I wanted and gender. Yeah, that would just make sense, you know? But yeah, if you wanted that to be a specific Spinda... Oh my goodness. Got that double chew in the house. Oh my goodness. That number is that 1 quadrillion, 259 trillion, 865 billion, 41 million, 400... No, that's... Whatever comes after quadrillion. So, 5. Pentillion? 259 quadrillion, 865 trillion, 41 billion, 426 million, 995,456. Quintillion, that's what it is. Quin. Pent is 6. Or, no, I don't know. Anyway, whatever it is, that is fucking insane. That's funny. I just said that is insane. Welcome to the stream, Sanity. Hope you're doing alright. Thanks for stopping by. How's your evening going so far? You walked in on us calculating the odds of a perfect IV, shiny, specific nature, specific gender, specific Spinda. The odds are 1 in 1 quintillion, 259 quadrillion, 856 trillion, 41 billion, 426 million, 995,456. Indeed, exactly the opposite of your name. The opposite. It's 1 AM resetting Scarlet Outbreaks. Well, definitely past evening. So how was your day, I suppose, would be a better question. But how's the Scarlet Outbreak resetting going? Are you winning? That was weird. I could have sworn the sprite I saw there was a shiny Weedle. Horrible? Why is it going horrible? Tell me about that. I guess a good question to lead on about that too is how long have you been at it? I am getting either ones that include the same lines or ones I don't want. So essentially, you're getting everything but your target. That's annoying. I know that feeling though, with Rattatas and Mankeys. I've had enough of them, but we're gonna get more. Unless the next 2 Route 22 encounters are Spearows, which is very unlikely. You have to say the whole thing. You can't just say, "Are you winning?" and then not finish the iconic meme off. I gotta be honest, I don't know what the meme is, and if it's iconic, I feel stupid. Maybe I do, and I'm just drawing a blank. I'm thinking. As soon as it hit midnight. That's how long you've been doing it for, right? That's what you were saying? If this was Gen 4 or up, you can actually times that number by 2 if we count specific ability. Why is that? Because surely they didn't add new abilities and then take them away. Or did they? Did they add a bunch of new abilities? Not taking them away. That wouldn't make sense. What in the fuck? That is so confusing. I still can't fucking believe that. 1 in 1 quintillion, 259 quadrillion, 865 trillion, 41 billion, 426 million, 995,456. That's a big number. Like, what's more than I have it money? By quite a bit, believe it or not. Not like a shit ton, but it's quite a bit more. Well, found an Altaria and Scatterbug outbreaks, which I both have found shiny. Annoying. But hey, you could always get a better nature, or better IVs, hopefully. What he's saying is that some have 1 or more abilities, so... Oh, I see. That makes sense. I didn't even consider that. Spinda only has 1 ability in Gen 2 and Gen 4 and up, not counting hidden ability. Jeez. So this just gets more and more complicated as we go on. I honestly had to guess it was Spinda with the absurd chance. Yeah, I guess that's really... There's really not another one that even comes close to that, hey? Well, I suppose every other one is unique. We're about to hit 16,000 flat, by the way, here just after this encounter, so... We got the double chew, but... no shinies. Let's check that 16k. I wouldn't mind hunting shiny Spinda. I'll do it. Jesus Christ, my nose is itchy, and I think it's my mustache touching it. I really wouldn't mind shiny hunting Spinda, though. I'm getting a few of them. Some unique ones. Dude, I went on a mass shiny Wooper hunt in Scarlet for my shiny living form decks because they have gender difference. I got 7 simultaneous shiny male Woopers. It was funny after. I mean, yeah, it gets to a point where it's just comical, right? But you're sitting there like, are you fucking kidding me? I genuinely have to deal with this again. Oh, goodness. I gotta plug in my phone. Just give me 2 seconds. I got it up to monitor chat. There we go. I watched someone on YouTube get 20-something male Salandits in a row. Seriously? Oh my god. That sounds torturous. Oh, that sounds terrible. I'd be so angry. But then again, like, after that happens, you cherish that female one so much more. Because you're like, yeah, this could never happen to me again. Surely this is an issue of permanence. I already had 1 shiny male before, now I have 8. The more the merrier, I guess, hey? At least Salandit has a 7 out of 8 chance being male, Wooper's 50. Okay, that makes a little more sense. So the female's an obscurity, regardless. That's so stupid. Oh, jeez. But yeah, 50-50 and getting 7 simultaneous, like... Talk about a heavy-sided coin. Yeah, like, I guess at that point you just chuck all of them and find which one has the best nature / IVs or balance of the two, and then throw the rest in a box and forget about them. Maybe do challenges with them at some point. Because, I mean, realistically, that wouldn't be a bad idea. We had a 3-chew in that pattern already today, that's funny. They were in those exact 3 consoles. Now I have a total dude squad of 6 level 100 pink whoops. That is hilarious. You actually leveled them all up to level 100? Did you just throw them in the daycare and run around, or what? My outbreaks are getting worse every outbreak. Why do you say that? Are you just getting worse, worse Pokemon? 176k flat, by the way. Let us see if we get anything of use. Damn. What are your encounters now? Now I have too many XP candies and Scarlet to know what to do with. That's fair. I guess you were probably farming the what do they call them? Are they raids? Terror raids? Yeah. Farming a bunch of those, I take it. Bruh. Why, bruh? What are we seeing now? Yeah, I too had that same issue for a while until I needed to start evolving new Pokemon for different raids that were coming out. And eventually I was using quite a bit because they were doing new raids very often for a while. They still might be though, actually. Got a stupid annoying Pokemon to tell if it's shiny. Which one is it? Not a goddamn thing. Oh, Poltergeist. What's what makes it tough to identify? I'm not too familiar. Is it just like a slight color change, or is it just like not at all, really? Because I know when you look at like what is it, Goldengo? Absolute shit show of a shiny. Its cup goes from beige white to pale greenish white. Annoying. Especially when it's open world and they like didn't put a lot of work into the graphics, so it's not necessarily the clearest or easiest to tell. Now that is what I like to hear, Jack. Got the parts ordered, gonna do a stream of the build. That is awesome. Now, do you know when you plan to do it? I know that depends on when the parts are in, but I guess let's start with that. When do the parts come in? I failed a shiny authentic one once after hours of hunting it, and I haven't tried again since. Shit, I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. How did that happen, if you don't mind me asking? Another 3-chew in an interesting pattern. I like it. Forgot to save, and it had memento. I'm not sure what you mean by memento. I'm just not familiar with a lot of the newer generation stuff. So if you could fill me in on that, I'd appreciate it. But I'm sorry, that sucks. I know the feeling. I overwrote a save when I was trying to back up saves. With a fucking shiny Charmander. So, I've actually caught 4 of them, not 3. And the black also goes a dark greenish. Well, that's a nice little secondary indicator anyway. At least it's not like a wholly terrible distinction between the two. Should be here next month. Gotta build something to hold my camera. What kind of camera is it? I'm sure I could help you figure something out. Whether it be like 3D designing and printing, or just trying to figure something out on the fly. Memento is a move that kills the user to reduce the opponent's attack stat. Oh, interesting. And I take it that's useful? That's a relatively useful tactic in battle. Oh, is that, I guess, maybe not useful. Is that an egg move? Like one of those that you can't get otherwise? Oh, I see, I see. I thought you were saying like that was just a, yeah. I get it, I get it. Right over me freaking head. So that's how you failed it, I see. I'm sorry. That's shitty. Is this, let me just double check. Is this double odds? Nope, 384. We got a little bit to go. Coughing is both explosion and memento. Oof. That's a scary one to hunt. And the worst part is that's actually a really good shiny, so I guess maybe bring a Master Ball. Another feint for big damage move, or some weird thing. It's, I mean, they do have their uses. It's just stupid that, oh yeah, I guess in the newer games you can just save. I'm thinking, this old stuff, where you couldn't actually tell it's a shiny until you encounter it, but... yeah, that's fair. Just learn the moveset or save. Just gotta have some forethought put into it, I suppose. Get the old double chew, and we are also double odds. I had to prepare a fucking bomb squad to shiny hunt Coughing and Scarlet Violet. Some even have neutralizing gas, which will make the damp ability useless, allowing it to explode no matter what. Seriously? Dude, that is such a pain. That sounds horrible. Also double chew. Nice. That sounds literally so terrible. I mean, is there... what ways did you find to mitigate that? Yeah, literally. It's nice to have, but when it's something you want and it's in the wild, and it's extremely rare because it's shiny, yeah, no thank you, please don't. I guess you just have to stop it from using moves altogether, but I guess you can't really determine that. I'll give me 1 sec here. Peculiar. Golduck with Damp and Taunt to prevent Memento, Skillshare. Damp to Coughing and take Neutralizing Gas. Hope it won't use Explosion and switch to Goldengo with Good as Gold ability, which won't allow Memento to trigger. Jesus Christ. That is so extra. Why? Why do they make it that OP? For something that only really matters if it's in the wild. Yeah, that's fair. I could see why that's worth it. It's got its benefits, that's for sure. But I don't blame you, Sanity. Goldengo, that as I haven't hunted it, is quite visually, obviously, a massive pain in the ass. There was a way to get it though, there was a raid where it was available for a few days, wasn't it? And then after the raid was over, you couldn't get it or something like that? But it was a 1 in 8,000, or no, 1 in 4,096 or whatever. Yeah, it was like a weekend. But that's fair. Now why do you say, like, just because of the, like, having to get all the coins? Tracking the chests and stuff? Did I... Yeah, I did. I'm stupid. I didn't think so. Yeah, I never even completed that, honestly. I got, like, I don't know, maybe halfway into it and just never finished it. Beat the game, but I never finished that part of it. Sorry I'm eating so much on stream, by the way. I did not take a break today at work. Like, at all. So, all I got to eat was, I made 2 pieces of toast in our break room on the way out, like, as I left. And, that was about it, so. Just trying to subtly get some food into me as much as I can. I can deal with that. I like a good 3 chew. What, as far as new raids go on Scarlet and Violet, have they had any particularly interesting ones recently, or have they kind of been mundane? I know they did, or they're in the process of doing the starters, like the Kanto starters. I think it was the Kanto starters anyway. Yep. The final evolutions, that's what I thought. They did finish? How long ago did they finish? Baby Pokemon. It's okay. Believe it or not, Sanity, I will forgive you. Sorry, dude, I was in the shower, I had to look at the camera. My buddy gave it to me. I'm thinking I'm just gonna buy the one you recommend. Oh, the Brio? Yeah, it's really nice once you can figure out camera settings, and like for example, I use NVIDIA Broadcast, or NVIDIA Broadcast, however you want to say it, and then I excuse me, I also mess with the settings before every stream, just with like the brightness, saturation, contrast, that kind of stuff. A couple weeks ago, there's a 7-star Meganium raid this weekend, I think. Oh, that's cool. A 7-star Meganium raid. I always liked those because there's just that very off chance that you get extremely lucky and you hit a shiny raid. Like, I never did, but I think it'd be really cool if I did. I'd cherish the Pokemon forever. As I would any shiny, but a little more so if it was a raid one. I'd love a shiny Minior, but it would be a pain to hunt. Why is it a pain to hunt? A very popular phrase I've been saying recently. I'm not super familiar, so I need you to fill me in on that one. I've gotten one online, but I think it was generated through hacks. Why do you say that? Was the loot you got from it, like, excessive? Why can't you see the shiny outside a battle? Is it just, like, that hard to see? Or is there something about how you encounter it that it just makes that not an option? Got the double chew. Okay, there we go. It took you long enough. The shell. Oh, damn. Doesn't come out until you, Actually, I gotta look here. Is it... Hey, no worries. Thank you very much for the luck, Jack, and have fun with dinner. Hopefully it is delicious. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, because it just sits inside of the shell. Well, damn. Yeah, that's just another one of those Pokemon I genuinely just wasn't familiar with until I looked it up. Really goes to show me how much I should be playing newer games, but we'll make time. We'll make time. Yeah, because it'll just give like the question mark or whatever, right? The Pokemon will just kind of walk away. Like your Pokemon where it's trying to auto-battle it. Yeah, that would make the most sense. It takes all of the excessive time wasting away. When you don't have to actually encounter them, right? Ooh, double chew. Okay, maybe not. Oh yeah, for sure. That's still definitely a pain. I mean, it's a not like it's a not nicer. It's a lot nicer when it's something like Octillery, and you can just look and you're like, oh, yep, that's definitely it. Or like Caterpie or like Mudkip. Zubat. I don't know. I don't understand subtle shinies. Or, like, I guess because it's in the shell, that makes sense, but if they made the shiny something that the shell changed, well, then you could tell anyway. And I guess it kind of comes back to lack of differentiation between sprite colors. Yeah, that's right, that's right. Because you're not actually looking for a Ditto or a Zorua, you're looking for, well, anything, really. Otherwise, you'd have to just encounter literally every Pokemon by hand. When the shell breaks, it's actually a really good shiny. Oh, it breaks out of its shell? There's a lot of colors, but when the shell breaks, it's a black star. Oh, that is so awesome. Now I'm gonna have to look this up when I'm off stream. Oh, so you throw it out and it like breaks off its shell. Is that like right as you throw it out, or? Either way, that's cool. That's really cool. When I looked it up, that was exactly what I thought of, was the star pieces in Mario Galaxy. Which, by the way, is another game I would love to play on stream. But I'd probably play the Switch, like the All-Stars version, because I don't know, just doesn't really... I mean, I guess it doesn't make a difference if I play it on the Wii or not. I'll make that decision when I get there. I don't know, because I've never used it. That's fair. We're on the same boat there, Sanity. Its ability has its shell break at under 50% HP. Oh! So does that also change like its base defense stat, or does that remain unaffected? I guess what I'm saying is, like, will it just drop its defense stat under 50%? Surely that has to be what it is. Oh, so it loses defense but gains speed. That's smart. I mean, that's very just directly logical, but that's smart. I like that. That's actually really cool. I could see that being a good competitive mod, depending on how you use it. Like which ones? I'll say I agree with you, Sanity. The one random shiny I encountered in Scarlet was a shiny Golduck. And because of where it was sitting, I almost didn't encounter it, and I was like, I'll just go double check. And I walked up to it, and it's glistened, and I was like, oh shit, I just thought it had high blood pressure. Weird. Well, just spit me a few then. A lot of them. That is fair, though. Yeah, that makes sense. So I take it you're really not a fan of Gengar's shiny, then? We're getting a metric ass ton of double and triple chews. That said, 17k, nice. Oh, I just realized I missed a couple of your guys' chats. I just didn't see them pop up. It's only good in Mega and Gigantamax, Shiny Gengar. Yeah, I've seen Gigantamax, Shiny Gengar, and I will say that's a really very unique shiny. I do like it. There's Elekid, Happiny, and Pichu. Oh, that's what Sanity was talking about with the baby Pokemon. There's Elekid, Happiny, and Pichu outbreaks going on right now, and I don't want to do any of them because the shiny barely changes and the lighting makes it even worse. Yeah, that's true. None of them have easy to see shinies. Literally none of them. Why the fuck is that? They just wanted to make you suffer on purpose. But yeah, I don't understand why they wouldn't make such a cool Pokemon like that have a better shiny, but I guess they just don't care. Every single time I put a cracker in my mouth, it seems another 3-chew pops up. Wow. You know what? Just for my superstition, I'm gonna do it. Only got 4 left, so half of them's going to this cause. Alright, end this encounter. It seems that if you use any more than 1 cracker, it makes it so each cracker is only worth 1 Pikachu. So what you're saying is I need to put 6 crackers in my mouth. That is science I'm sure Bill Nye would not even bat an eye at. This man would agree instantly. Oh, this was also 177,000 flat. Well, not flat, but we passed the number anyway. Well, I will say, Charizard, I definitely agree with you. It's been forever, it feels like. 17k, and then the previous one was 24k. Like, come on. Why does this forest hate us? Is this just a gentle preparation for Pikachu? Perhaps it is a gentle preparation for Pikachu, but likely it is not. Hey, Chizo, what's good? Excuse me. Excuse me again. Okay, that's it. Welcome to the stream. Happy to see you. Thanks for stopping by, and how's your day going so far? Oh, fuck. Yeah, back-to-back dry streak is GG, yeah. Yeah. It's pretty whack. I can't say I'm too happy about it. I think you need to move spots in this forest part. It has no shiny biodiversity. We could. We can move down. Just say the words. Actually, we could go to the very top and then move left and right. Last time we did that, we triggered a shiny. Should we fuck around and find out? Okay, so we'll just keep these all up here to get them all up. Same old, same old. Been lurking for 30 minutes. At one point I noticed I didn't chat. I noticed chat didn't match up, and I see I was 10 minutes behind or something. It happens to the best of us. That's funny. That happens to me sometimes with other people's streams as well. I think I just pop in and it doesn't start me live to begin with, so I just never realized until later on. But hey, thanks for Jesus Christ, English is hard. I just keep stumbling on my words. Thank you for popping by. I really do appreciate that. Oh, that's the first time that's happened to you? Yeah, it's happened to me a few. And I've had a couple people say it's happened in this stream before as well. Like, I've probably heard it half a dozen times. So, peculiar. It's definitely peculiar. I just realized I said I was going to go to the top and then move left and right, and I didn't. Okay. Now I can't forget to just let him go all the way to the top this time. Nice! Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, well that seems to have worked. Weedle and Caterpie bingo. I see a Weedle bingo. I don't see the Caterpie. Was the Caterpie last time? Previous encounter. Was that 2 at the same time for that previous encounter? I remember one time we got a quadruple bingo. So the whole screen... Actually, we had a stream where that happened twice. But it was in 2 opposite configurations. One, it was line, 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 alternating. And then the other one was just the other way, doing the exact same thing. Right next to each other. I love when they do that. Just funny to see how random number generation can do funny things. Oh shit. So that's one issue, is the Pokeball. So I should probably pick that up. Oh, it actually is a Pokeball too. Nice. Okay. Oh no, I attacked a Weedle. I attacked more than one Weedle. Jeez. How did I not realize I did that? Okay. How many have a Pokeball left? 2 of them. Okay. Oh, shit. Yep, there was some hostility there, Charizard. Hate to admit it. I did a little bit of the punching. Okay, there we go. You can attack the wild bugs. This game is evil. Get off the game right now, Jacob. I feel like that's the exact sort of response you'd get out of an average mother from like 2002. I guess you wouldn't get it from 2002 because this game came out later than that, but you, I'm sure, understand what I mean. Oh, nice. A 3-chew. A 3-chew. Oh, spoke too soon. It's a motherfucking quad. Impressive. Oh, I'm starting to feel like we might not get a shiny today. And I really don't like that feeling. There it is. The infamous sneeze. I mean, if these streams were your only experience with Pokemon, you'd think it's just a creature-looking simulator. Yeah, literally. Just like, oh, you're bug watching. A lot of Japanese and English bugs. Yes, ma'am. Tis exactly what I'm doing. I mean, you're not wrong. It is, I mean, we are bug watching. Oh. No fucking way. No fucking way. That is not legal. How? How did I land another quad? That should not be legal. Should not be legal. I won't complain, however. What the fuck? What even happened there? That was sus. We tried bird watching, but we could only see green monkey, so we headed into the woods. The accuracy of that statement is impeccable. Green monkey and green rat everywhere. Stinky, stinky fellows. Had to go look for things that were meant to be green. Oh, would you look at that? That's a better way to run down. Well, now I gotta see if I can't emulate that every time. Okay. Okay. So now is where we quit it from running. Yeah, I think they have been slower. But I do have one thing to potentially change that. Okay. Okay. Hear me out. We're gonna try this. And then if this doesn't make it any quicker, then we're going back. Okay, just make sure nothing's shiny. So. Oh, it's on the wrong one. Yeah, I give up. I give up. Okay. I gotta like kind of fuck around to reset them. I gotta keep them all in kind of the same spot before I can go up and down again. I'm sure that goes without saying, but... Okay. Nice. Now, take this and go straight up. And down. There we go. The pace is... I was gonna try to alliterate there, but I couldn't. The pace is coming back. The peppy pace persists. There we go. First try. Yep, you're definitely right, Charizard. Left and right just ain't natural for a fella like me. It's all up and down from here. You could found America with a number like that. You think so? You think that's all it would take? My impatience is growing. It's okay. We'll probably go for another And I know I started late, so it's kind of unfair to you guys, but unfortunately I just had technical difficulties I couldn't quite figure out. So I'm thinking 30 to 60 more minutes, and we'll call it. I hope we find a shiny by then, because usually at this point in the stream, if I find a shiny, I'd call it anyway. But I don't know. I don't like to get into the nitty-gritty. We'll find what we find. We are here for the long term. What I will say is, you know, it's tough because I would, on one hand, I would enjoy having like 24 cubes instead. Or even 30. Wait, what is the math on that? 32? Yeah. But there's downsides. A, price. B, can't fucking see them. Not from a viewer perspective. It would just be so much more efficient. Then again, I could go on with that forever and fantasize until the cows come home, but... Ooh, 177744. Too bad we won't actually see 177777 directly. Had to double take, eh? I gotta take a look now. Oh, that would have been nice. You saying that made me have to double take. Just to make sure I didn't miss something. Very possible. One 7776. Yeah, you really gotta trust yourself. I mean, I feel like... I don't know. I feel like I do this enough that I have a really trained eye for it. Because, I mean, it's one thing, like, you guys as viewers, you do watch a shit ton. But, what I will say is that as you may watch, I actively, every time I do this, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, well, me actually getting the shiny or not is relying on me being accurate. So I never reset until I'm fully confident that I did not see one. I do 2 full checkovers every cycle, and you can probably, I don't watch my streams back enough to tell, but you can probably watch my head sway as I swayed about that much, so yeah. You can see my head sway as I look. So you can catch when I'm actually checking them. It's scary though. I don't want to lose one more. Lose one more. Yeah, it's noticeable you're on the ball. Well, I appreciate that. That's a very kind compliment. But yeah, it just makes more sense if I turn my, like, it probably looks funny turning my head like that, but if I turn my head to face the shiny, then I'm not leaving it up to chance that my peripheral is, Oh, was it? Oh, it was too! Oh no, that was one cocoon. Ye ol' 15 was a cocoon. There was a straight line of Caterpie and a straight line of Weedle though, which was pretty damn cool, I will say. 18k, by the way. Also, just want to reiterate, thank you guys to everybody who's popped by the stream and been watching, whether you're just chilling, hanging out in the background, chatting, or popping in and popping out. It means a lot that you're here. One thing I will say is if you guys could, if you're enjoying the content, drop a like on the stream. It really does mean a lot. Helps the algorithm push to more people and give us a little more exposure. But nevertheless, I just appreciate you being here, and that's what matters the most. So thank you so much, and hope you're enjoying it so far. But yeah, you're right. It's always one worm short. I don't understand. Like, I've seen it a ton. And I know you have too, because you're paying attention to it. You're always on the ball with that, but... Why? Literally, why? Like, there's not... It's not like there's math to it that makes... Like, I can't make a logical... Like, here we go. There's 2. That's close, but... Well, I guess no, there's Metapod. That's way more. Okay. My brain's not on the same track that it should be, but... Yeah, I don't know. There's not a linear mathematic equation that should be able to explain why it's always one short when it's close. So it angers me that that happens to continue to be the case. That goes back to the chance of X amount of choose math, and I can't do it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't have the fucking energy nor brain power for that at all either. But hey, I will say I have heard my girlfriend talk to me about teaching, I think specifically literally second graders mathematics, and I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. There is a lot that goes into forming a solid base of understanding for mathematics when the basis is not there. It is, and I know you know this because you do it, but people don't realize until they actually go and try to teach somebody a fundamental how much you crutch on remembering the fundamental. Like, you will do things your entire life not based off of the fact that you, like, inherently are good at it or anything. There's just one core little thing that you were taught that sticks with you, and that keeps you from fucking up. I mean, that's essentially, it's like when you learn grammatical rules for years growing up, and then all of a sudden it's second nature and you never need to use those again, right? Those foundations are hard to build when you don't actively... You haven't had them built for yourself in years and years and years, and you haven't had to do that for anybody else. I think math comes easy-ish to me. Teaching it doesn't feel too hard. I struggle to teach a reading foundation. I guess the big part of this is not necessarily the teaching of the math, but I imagine there's some times where you get to a fork in the road where you just can't really... Like, there's not a way somebody can always find to relate to a way of learning that the student comprehends comfortably. That was a really long string of words that I didn't really love the sound of, but I think you get my point. Just, I guess that all comes down to having enough different ways of approaching a situation to just try to continue to essentially throw things at a wall till it sticks and figure out how that student needs to learn. But when you say you struggle with teacher reading foundation, what you're talking about, like the basics of literary comprehension? Yeah, the kids kind of learn at their own pace and own ways. It's okay. And it's okay. At one point or another, they will get it. That's true. I mean, it's just a matter of, you know, taking your time to understand them, them first and foremost. Try to figure out what they're understanding, what they're not, and just catering to showing them different ways that they can learn. Because I mean, that's really a huge reason why we go to schools, right? It's honestly and this may just be an opinion of mine, but I feel like a huge part of going to school is like learning how to learn. And I guess a basic way to say that would be like we teach comprehension, right? So obviously the younger the children, the more seeking that's going to take, but that's just inherent. More like phonics and word building and stuff, you don't usually think about the components to it after learning it or having to break down the simplest. Yeah, I remember when she was telling me about phonics and like explaining them to me in ways that I heard, and I was like, what? What do you mean? That doesn't sound right. That doesn't make sense. But then you dig deep down into the brain you had 20 years ago, and you realize, oh, you know, that actually sounds like something I might have learned, and then you realize, well, I must have, because I'm here. These goddamn bugs. Oh, we got a 3-chew, nice. Plus, it wasn't taught the same way when we were young that it is now, so it's always learning experience for the teachers. Yeah, I guess you look at your curriculum, and you kind of just have to follow what it tells you to do. In essence, other than obviously you have the ability to adapt your own lesson plan to the concept, but if that way that they instructed is not the way you learned, it's just an all-around learning experience, right? For everybody, which isn't a bad thing, but it's a curve. Number 9 took a hot minute there. I feel like we're getting, like, insanely shit luck. Am I wrong, or am I not wrong? Well, I wouldn't be in teaching if I didn't find it. Well, exactly, right? If you have an issue with figuring out how to teach people and learning new things, then you would be in exactly the wrong place to work. But clearly that's not the case, so that's good. The world needs more teachers like that. There's a lot of teachers that very clearly do not like their job and only continued because they didn't want to change majors, or they felt as if they were stuck in the degree they'd chosen. It's really unfortunate. It's, I mean, it's unfortunate too that you have to put so much money and, what do I say, like so much weight on a decision to do something that you may not love doing once you start doing it. Like, I feel like you should be able to do like college trial runs before you run through, and you can figure out, okay, well, do I want to do this? Let's do it for 6 months and see, and have it done as like a an internship that if you pass and you go all the way through, then it gives you a certain amount of credit for the degree or something, right? I feel like something like that would mitigate having people like teachers that just don't enjoy their job and do it because that's where their degree's at. But like I feel like you alluded to there, I just saw one word. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've met plenty of teachers that already feel like Karens that only became teachers to have the authority over others, in this case specifically kids. Yep, I've noticed that before. I definitely have. Type of people to don't backtalk me. Heh. I've always, and I mean, call me crass, maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I've always hated when people say that. What the fuck do you mean, don't backtalk me? You mean respond? I, as a human with autonomy, have every right to give you a response. If it is rude, it's not fucking backtalk. It's an ignorant rebuttal. Can we call things what they are? I don't know. Backtalk to me is just such a lazy word used for people that don't like to listen to other people's opinions. Also 3-chew. Sorry, that was a totally self-induced angry rant, but oh, I just hate that. I got that a lot growing up as a kid, and like even as like a 6, 7, 8-year-old, it pissed me off. I always looked at my parents and I was like, what do you mean backtalk? I'm not backtalking. I am doing what I have a right to do as a human, which is speak in a very reasonable fashion. Oh, God, that made me so fucking angry. Oh, like I'm laughing because of how angry it used to make me when I would have to hear that. Fucking I understand like it's a real word and there's a definition for it. I just don't like it. But that anyway, I tie that back to the whole people choosing to be teachers to have power over other people. I find that's a classic case example, of ways they speak to kids. Like, these kids are the way they're going to talk. They're not robots. They have emotions and personality, and I don't think it's right for us teachers to be so strict on their behaviors. Yeah, I agree. I mean, to a respect, of course, there's how do I put this? There's a responsibility you have being with them for so many hours out of a day to kind of help build their, I mean, I almost want to say moral code in a respect because of how much time you're spending with them. Like, you have to consider the fact that you are a huge part of the environment they're in most of the time, and humans tend to be product of environment, so there's that to take into account. But a lot of people take that too seriously, and they think that, I don't know, they take it with a narcissistic trait, and like, the second a child misbehaves, it's reflected on them, and now they're a horrible teacher for... I don't know. People are looking too deep. But I agree with you. If they're not hurting themselves or others, I don't know why you are concerned about it. At the end of the day, too, like, you should not be angry that a child is willing to refute you. And here's the thing, if it's out of like, hey, I just want to be a little asshole and tell you you're wrong consistently, okay, that's one thing. But you have to have the analytical skills to be able to look at the situation objectively and say, okay, this kid is genuinely trying to make a point, or this kid's genuinely trying to be a dick, and take it from there. If a child is just trying to have a conversation with you and come to a conclusion, that's very mature, and we need to encourage having proper conversations with fair communication. And, you know, if there's a disagreement, well, that's life. We will always find disagreements with people, so let's figure out how to deal with it. Not just tell you to shut the fuck up because I don't like what you're saying or I don't want to hear it. Because that's essentially what it is. A big part of my degree program lately has been about separating a kid from its behavior. Too often kids are written off because they have poor behavior or socialization. Well, and that ties directly back to, maybe not directly, indirectly to a statement. Another 3-chew, Jesus Christ. A statement I really like. You can't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. Humans are built differently. That's inherent. That will always stay a consistency. People will never be carbon copies of each other until we find a way to produce them as such. Until then, we are at where we're at. And you have to understand that you have to approach people in different ways. People have different ways of learning. People... Are you kidding me? That's one shy of all worms again! Oh, I knew I was catching onto something, I just didn't know what it was. But I think there's just not enough care into trying to figure out who the kid actually is. Or what they enjoy, or how they like to learn. It's just, you need to learn the way I teach you to learn, otherwise if you're misbehaving, you're just bad. Whereas it should be, okay, well maybe this is a person who doesn't necessarily know how to explain their emotions because of their age, thus they show it through action, and maybe I should dig into it and figure out why they're acting the way they're acting. See what I can do to make things better. You are there to be a positive light for them, an outlet. Someone they can go to ask questions, be comfortable around, right? A lot of people just don't view it that way. Yeah, that RNG pattern is literally freaking ridiculous. I don't get it. I don't understand it. All worms but one and almost 2 horizontal Weedle bingos and 2 Caterpie bingos. It doesn't make sense. And you know, at this point I could go through so much footage and prove, like, it happens consistently. Like, it happens every stream. Is this another... Okay, that... This time it's 2. It's too short. My sentiments exactly. Well, I'm glad we agree. And I hope you view this as a productive conversation. I hope this doesn't come across as me just ranting, because it's not meant to. But I can certainly see how it would come off that way. I forgot the fucking words of the Paramore song that sing. God damn it. Okay, oh, awesome, awesome. I feel the same way. I just wanted to make sure that was reciprocated, or not reciprocated, but it was a mutual feeling. So perfect. I'm glad to hear it, and no, I definitely I enjoy seeing viewpoints from somebody who's actually in that, I'm gonna say, industry, for lack of a better word. Obviously, I get my girlfriend's opinion, and I have for years, but it's nice to just hear a different one for once, you know, to hear maybe, is everybody's experience, is it universal, right? Is it unique to geography, that kind of thing? I want to point out, again, we're all worms except for one, but this time it's a Pikachu. What were the fucking odds of that? All but one, and the one is a 5%er. Ugh, weird. Weird, peculiar, and fucking weird. Yeah, now we're both just sitting here waiting for it every single time. This one was too short. Again. What the the hell? That is so nonsensical. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Let's see a little sparkle. There's been a couple times I've seen it happen, but like not as many as you would expect, Charizard. Like I feel like it should be happening very often. But it's not happening very often. Why? I squint at thee in confusion. The fuck, say my eyes. Pourquoi, says my hand. I'm so stupid. Oh, didn't even realize. Oh, I really hope we don't have to go straight to another triple odds hunt back to back, like. These are such long phases. Like, I almost feel like there's some sort of weird, like, accidental shiny lock at play or something. Obviously it's not, because it's not a thing. But, like, why? Why? WXY. Literally back-to-back triple odds. Like we're getting close. At this point I am pretty, yeah, like I'm just, these shiny frames are coming at me and I'm just like, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck. Nope. Oh, that one slit my throat. So I wouldn't have got it anyway. I genuinely I feel like that, and that's why, like, every time I start the encounter, I immediately try to run down so that I'm still in the grass and not running into the wall, because I feel like I kind of am potentially missing frames that way. Sorry. I feel like I kind of am potentially missing frames that way. But obviously there's no way to tell, and like at the end of the day, it's just gonna be random. It's gonna come when it's gonna come. It's like the stock market. Time in the market beats timing the market. Just stay in the market. Eventually it'll go up. That's something I wondered too, is waiting for all 16 cubes to run mean you miss frames on the cubes that have to wait? Yeah, I've considered that. And that thought kind of eats away at me, I'm not gonna lie. But I have pondered it before. And I think without a doubt you're right. You have to be right. Kind of just playing off the law of averages. You might hit some if you were on individual consoles earlier, but I mean, the proof's in the pudding. We hit under odds consistently. It's just these last couple hunts that have been an absolute pain in the wiener. But you never know. Maybe we'll just go triple odds for the next 8 hunts. But seeing how the actual shiny odds is close to the theoretical is probably not a real factor. Well, yeah, that's a really multifaceted statement. Because, like, and I don't mean to get all philosophical on you, but what are we considering, like, a real factor? Because technically everything at play is a factor. You know what I mean? Not to be annoying, but technically that is the case. Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. Well, I think the factor of having 16 cubes balances out the factor of missed frames. That's fair. That's fair. Was that all worms? Did I miss it? Really? No way I missed that. Weedle, 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 Caterpie, 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 weedle, Caterpie, Caterpie, weedle, 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 weedle. That was too nice. Nice. Cool pattern too. It was kind of a pattern the whole way. I want to ask, by the way, because you've been around for a while, and just because you're watching and clearly you're interested, how do you feel about the layout for this stream series, like for the 16x hunting? Do you feel like it could be changed at all for the better, or are you kind of just vibing with where it's at? I guess the screens take up so much of the space, all you could really do is switch what side my head's on. But like, I like the colors and stuff. Oh, I like the layout a lot. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That genuinely means a lot. As I did kind of just built this by hand over the course of a couple months. Now here's the thing, I think that is genuinely a great idea. And I emphasize this so you understand that with what I'm about to say next, I'm not minimizing what you're saying. I really like that idea and I would like to do that. I just don't know where the fuck I would put that. You know, like, I feel like every piece of information on the stream is kind of pertinent. And I feel like the screens take up so much space that the text kind of needs to be as large as it is to be legible. So I just don't know how we could do that. That's true. I guess I could fill like the... Oh my god. That was weird. I could fill the top bar with information. I could just do different colored texts. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Do like purple text and black text. Or like, I guess... Yeah. Or like just black text and white text. And you can put them side by side then. My only caveat... Excuse me. My only caveat now is that I'd have to go back and count all of them. And I don't even know where I'd start. I don't even know how I would do that, actually. There's dozens of hours of footage. Yeah, at this point, I don't think I could guarantee them being accurate, but in future hunts, I can incorporate something similar. The same idea, just with a different Pokemon. These yawns are insane. That's true, honestly. Well, I mean, it goes to show we were just talking about the all worms, and then I missed the all worms. Clearly not as skilled as I'd like to think I am. I keep seeing these Pikachu sprites coming up. I keep thinking that I'm seeing a shiny one. But I think I'll be able to tell. Tell me how I've seen over 40,000 Pokemon, and in the last 40,000, one have been shiny. Like, that's actually, when we look at that, those are fucking insane numbers. 40K? That is... I don't know. Unfathomable, to say the least. Right, Chizo? It's very depressing. Oh, that would have been so funny, Charizard. And you know what's even funnier about that, honestly? Is that I actually could have done it too. I do have the rubies and sapphires on lock. Except I would have had to take the time. Oh no. Actually no, I only have half of them beaten. Yeah, I would have had to take the time to get them all to the woods. I guess I could have I could have downloaded a save file that's already completed and then just put that save file on all of the games. Or I guess for an April Fool's prank. For an April Fool's prank, just do emulators. That's true, Chizo. We gotta earn these Caterpies. So many different Pokemon to be encountered that we need to phase on, and we're not even phasing. Tell me how I'm literally not even phased. Huh? But like literally, how have I done 40k? Over 40k, and I have not phased. Technically. Because I would consider a phase a non-target. And both of what I got last time were targets. Yeah, I'm still dry. I'm getting pissed off about it, Jack. You just walked into me complaining about it. I don't get it. We're going for triple odds again. I thought I deserved better than this, but perhaps not. You would be correct, Charizard. I need 3 in the Caterpie line, 3 in the Weedle line, and 1 in the Pikachu line. So, perfect case scenario, we come out of the forest after 7 phases. It's probably going to be more like 20 plus. We'll see, I guess. I think that one was all one short of all worms as well. One short of all worms again? Ay-yoy. What else do you need before Brock? 2 Spearow and a Pidgey? Well, we would need more than 1 Pidgey. We would need... I think there's no reason we can't do all 3 evolutions here, right? Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot. So we would actually need 3, if that's the case. No, we haven't caught a single Pidgey yet. We only vibed in Route 2 for maybe... Oh, well, it was for a couple streams, but only for 1 phase. Oh. A quad shoe. Would you look at that? Yeah, so we're sitting behind for sure. Not as far ahead as we would like, but the crazy part is we're like, how many? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're 21 phases in to the entire series. You know, honestly though, I feel like even that's kind of low. I feel like 21's kind of bleh. For what we've got, anyway. Too short of all worms. Well, I do appreciate that, Charizard. Very kind of you. I do happen to be trying my best. For what I've got available to me. Finally cleaning up my workstation. Nice. Guys, ready to get her film ready. Ready to put her out to the internet. Make her known. Huh. That's interesting. So my my ring light that I use to illuminate my face, it kind of sits behind my desk, and I was just kind of kicking my foot around. Notice I can change the brightness with my foot. You might not be able to notice that, but I can literally make it brighter just by pulling it. Which kind of makes no fucking sense, but whatever. As long as it doesn't alternate when I'm not pulling on it, I suppose it doesn't really matter. When you hit 1K subs, I'll make you a custom Pokemon one. Now that would be way too kind of you. I suppose I could provide the SP. I do have enough for such a thing. Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be cool once we hit it. 1,000 subscribers. Oh. You know, now that you say that, I think an OG Game Boy Advance would be cool with an IPS. I feel like that would be the ultimate, like, sitting on the couch gaming experience. Because, yeah, I guess I've been on the SPs my whole life. Haven't advanced, but I never played it a ton. That said, that's also one I don't want to mod, but that's besides the point. I'm a big fan of mine. Yeah, they're really cool. I really enjoy them, and yours is sick. I love the OGs versus the SP. Plan on modding mine with a backlight eventually. Definitely worth it, I would imagine. Personally, I just use 101s at the moment. So, I have it as bright as it gets as far as OEM hardware goes. But I've seen Jack of Spades IPS in person, and holy shite. Even compared to my AGS 101, it looks impeccable. There's a noticeable difference. If you want any help at all, Charizard, I can help you. I've modded a few. Don't mod yours if you have a 101, ain't worth it. You mean don't mod a 101, or if you already have a 101, don't bother at all? I think I just heard someone fall upstairs. I hope not. Yeah, no, that's fair. I wouldn't mod a 101 either. If you only have a 101, don't, but if you have a 101 and a 001, I would say it's still worth it to mod the 001. I am going to imagine if you have a 101, sure. Not at all much. Yeah, but I'll be done soon, so just give me a little bit. No, like 10-15 minutes. You can wait. But yeah, sorry, to continue what I was saying, if you have an AGS 101, you probably would know. If you what is it? If you go into a pitch black room and you turn the screen on and you turn the backlight off and you can't see it, you have a 001. If you turn the screen on in pitch black and you flip either way and you can no, I think you can still see. Yeah, no, I'm thinking original Game Boy. Yeah, I think I might just be speaking from the experience of somebody who's very familiar with the difference between the two, but Quad Chew, might as well just point out here. And I'm thinking we're gonna go to 20k here and stop, guys. I really wanted to go until a shiny, but I have to be in bed in less than 2 hours to go to work tomorrow. Unfortunately. But, like Lil Dicky said, we gotta save that money. We'll save that money. We'll save that money. Well, see, the thing is I personally, I would very much love to continue. It's just my personal health wouldn't benefit from it. It's pretty easy. I also recommend soldering the wire. Not a fan of the touch, personally. What do you mean by the touch? This man doesn't like the iPod Touch. No, if you didn't like the iPod Touch, you'd be fucked. I still remember having my jailbroken 8GB iPod Touch. Cydia was all the shit. iPod Touch hater detected. Auto-aiming missiles. Firing in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we can't be hating iPod Touches. I have a few of them. I don't have any of my childhood ones. Don't even want to talk about that. That pisses me off. But, love them. They're wire pads you can use. You like touch the pad to change the brightness and oh, that's interesting. One thing I will say that I really like is the touch on my microphone. So I'll put it here so you can see it, and you'll notice that simply just by cut out the speech at any point, so you can hear me now and then you. And then this you can hear, because this I'm actually saying out loud. It's very... I can't even imagine how fucked that just sounded, but it's very convenient. But for changing brightness, that's annoying. For just like on-off type shit, I'd say that's a different, it's a different thing. I like how it has the light to show you if it's on or not. Honestly, that was a pretty big selling feature for me when I got this microphone. When I saw that, I was like, oh goodness. An easy to spot visual cue that it's muted or not. I enjoy that. I look over at it from 20 feet away, oh, the mic's on. I just know. I fucking leave the room, turn the light off, I see a red glow, oh, the mic's on. And I guess I should preface as well, I very, 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 very much recommend the HyperX Quadcast to anybody who's looking for a medium budget microphone. I had a... what have I had? I've had a Yeti Snowball, and I've had a blue Snowball and a blue Yeti Blackout. They were both Blackout Edition, actually. And both of them shit out on me. I had the Yeti brand new. It only worked for a few months. I had the Snowball for... I had the Snowball for a couple years, but I only really used it for streaming once I started anyway. And, eventually, yeah, I did my audio test for a stream one day, and it was buzzing. Every time I talked, you could just hear a buzz input. So I was like, alright, well, this sucks, it's garbage. So I went online, did my research, and brought me to the Quadcast. I can't complain. It's got, this here is a gain adjustment knob. This right here is a shock mount. So you can, like, it doesn't, like, the mic shakes around. It doesn't make noise when you hit it. You can change the settings on it, so you can talk into it from different... I forget what they call it, but it's like you can change what side the microphone picks sound up from, so you can make it so like it's front and back, which makes left and right sound, which would be like good for podcast audio, stuff like that. But yeah, no, I mean, it was on sale when I bought it, and it was a reasonable, like, I don't know, it had insanely positive reviews, so I was pretty confident I was making the right choice, and I will say I still think I made the right choice. What are you looking for, Jan? Oh. Interesting. She's hostile. The little fellow is hostile. Hey, small guy? Yep. Hostile, just as I thought. Hey. Don't throw my lemon tree paperwork at me. I deserve... Jesus Christ, you smell like a fresh shower.
A shower.
True. Yeah, Jack, you're right. She is always spicy. In more ways than one. You have to compensate. You have to compensate for your height. I don't know if women really have to be tall.
Well, I'm not asking to be tall, I'm asking to be average.
Well, I almost went and consoled you. I was gonna say, yeah, you are average. Be funny. And that was the I just double checked that Charizard. That's funny. That is a triple Caterpie bingo. I fuck with that. That's cool.
That's like
65 minutes?
So we're not gonna eat dinner until like 9:30.
Okay, well...
I can't.
Fuck. I'll just have a snack in the meantime and have a small dinner, because I'd like to actually get to sleep at a decent time.
Yeah. Make sure you eat some of it. Somebody's staying until like 2:30.
Yeah, you're right. You're correct, sir. These bugs really are some stinky little fuckers. I've went triple odds almost twice in a row now. I went triple odds last time and I'm damn near triple again. And I keep getting triple chews. Which, it's kind of a slap in the nuts, because That shouldn't be likely, but it happens. No shiny, though. Tell old... Oh, fuck me, that's funny. Tell old Eggplant Jan to let you sleep instead of keeping you awake.
You keep yourself awake and then blame it on me the next time.
Yeah, that's true. I do keep myself awake. But no, it's not always that. Sometimes you do keep me awake.
I do. Surely, honestly, as a grown man with free will, I can.
Yes, you can. You torture me into not being able to sleep day in and day out.
Actually, you need to get a grip.
I don't need to get a grip on it. You're the one torturing.
Look.
No,
You drinking alcohol?
I was.
Oh my god. I can't believe you're allowed to drink it. That's great.
I didn't have time to grab a water. I was already running
You could
late.
drink during the week. That's great.
Fuck off. I wanted to grab a water, and I couldn't grab a water.
Actually, I have a bunch of them. I'm share with you. You should probably bring them here because we don't like drinkable water. I can't drink water. Here, we don't know if milk is drinkable. We never tested it. Because I couldn't find a single reliable testing kit.
Yeah,
You can call the city and ask them to come test it for you, but I don't know if that costs money or not. See, it's pretty hard to call it.
I'll call and see.
Because, yeah, there's requests. And this was specifically registered for the city to check because they said that like 25% of the homes are probably not.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
Also, don't-
being so good.
Yeah, it depends. It's selective because I have audio filtering on. So like it'll try to filter like that. If I do that twice in a row, it'll filter the second one really well once it learns the noise. But yeah. No, I know that would be stupid. Inherently so. That's a lie. I met you. There's no way Chris gets his way more than 10% of the time without a fuss.
Oh my god.
I didn't say those
You
words.
get your way.
I
get
know.
my way.
All worms!
I thought you were gonna say
No, just all worms.
Fairy Dash?
Squirtle? I did get
That's
3
the
shiny
word.
Squirtle.
What's the word?
Well, there's many. That's
No,
that's Caterpie, that's Weedle.
Needle up with something.
Wordle. Virtual dab has been lit. Oh, hit. Fuck off. That's funny though. That's funny. I really fuck with the all worms though. That's the second one we noticed this stream. But you... Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Then Jan's free. I could have sworn that was a shiny sprite I was looking at coming on the screen. Fuck me.
No. Spring cleaner. Ooh. Shit. I'm gonna ask my mom for shouting or something.
That's fair. I know I said I was going to stop right at 20,000 flat, but I'm going to do a few over the top here. Like I said, I would like to stay on longer and actually get the shiny, but it's just not in the cards for today. Man's still got to eat and sleep. Yeah, I can't believe we went over 20k again. No fucking way! All worms again! That's some shit. That's cool, that's cool. But yeah, I'm pretty angry. This is the 3rd out of 21 we've went over 20k. No, yeah, I think so. It's a bit much to say the least, but tell you what, I'm gonna do 3 more encounters here, and we're gonna wrap up, so that I can get a move on with the rest of my day, which is like an hour and a half.
We have 2 Fridays the 13th.
All worms get me hyped as fuck too, honestly. Oh really? Ooh, it was September right before my birthday. The September right before my birthday. The Friday before my birthday. Actually, it's 2 Fridays before. September before. I mean, that was really cool.
Our article is like this one trip for a while.
Shiny Pikachu. If only, Cora. If only. If only. Welcome to the stream, and I appreciate you popping by. However, with that being said, unfortunately, I am on my last couple of resets before we end the stream. Tis unfortunate. We've went almost to triple odds yet again. And here we are, dry once over. But, oh, 1 shy of all worms, and it's a Pikachu again. What the hell? Quitter. Today I am, Cora. But, yeah, we're gonna... I said 3 before, and I didn't count. So I'm just gonna do 3 from now, and then I'm gonna focus on these 3. We'll do them, and then that'll be all. Oh, shit, you're right, Charizard. I didn't even see that. Yep, that makes more sense. Yeah, I'll go to 180k. I wasn't even looking at that count. $22,000 or bust. 22,000. You want me up for another hour? That's what it would take to get me to 22k. I'm just about done. Just give me a sec. Alright, this is the last one. The last one of the day. Oh, what a good one to end on. Fuck yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's limited edition, that's why. True.
Like you should have.
Alrighty, okay, well, that's it. That right there is 180,000 flat, and I can say it's bittersweet. We ended with no shiny, but we ended on a triple chew, so that's it's nice. I guess that I can't complain about. But I'm gonna call it there. I want to thank everybody here very much for stopping by, whether you chatted, stayed and lurked, popped in, popped out, whatever the case may be. Your presence was very much appreciated. I am live Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4:30 MST. Sundays, 2:30 MST. So be sure to pop by at any of those times if you want to see the stream. You can go in the Discord through the description or the main channel link. I keep updates in there under the... I forget what the fuck I call it. The announcements tab. And as far as YouTube goes, I try to keep the community page updated as much as I can on new content. So, yeah, I'll reiterate and thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, Cora, even though you always gaslight me. And thanks so much for stopping by, Charizard. I appreciate it. No need to thank me for the stream. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your night, guys, and I will see you on Thursday, where I get needlessly hammered while I play a Pokemon Nuzlocke. Peace.